Hey guys, kinggath here, and welcome to week 6, I believe it's week 6, of my forever playthrough Fallout 4 Sim Settlements. So first off, I'm going to give some props out to Mobina for this city plan design. So I mentioned to you guys that I need to go through and show off who these city plans are from that I'm using because I do have it on random and I have all of the contest city plans installed. I wasn't sure which ones were which because you can't access the city planner's desk when you use the pre-built. But I snuck into the 4.0.3 patch of Sim Settlements, that thing I talked about in the last video. So if you go into your city manager holotape and then under tools, you'll find at the very bottom there's a view city details, and you can use this even in settlements you don't excuse me, don't own, and you can see the current level, the population, who designed it, and the name of the design. So in this case, this is Mobina. He did one of the city plan contest entries, so this is his level 1 design of this particular city plan. So I'll go through and show off that for any of the others I've discovered as I go back to them. So presumably, since we're doing the whole Raider playthrough, I'm going to end up conquering them anyway, so we'll get a chance to go back to those, and I'll show those off then. But I knew since we already conquered 10 Pines here, it wasn't likely we were going to see it again anytime soon in order to show that. So I wanted to make sure I gave Mobina props for that design. All right, so now we're going to make our way over to our outpost. And on the walk, I will go over the mods we added this week. So as usual, you guys have been crushing it with mod suggestions. And this time I've installed the following. Combat Zone Restored, suggested by Thukad. Laser RCW, suggested by Whiskey Jack. Throwing Weapons We Stored, and that's the name. I'm not just talking with a speech impediment. That was suggested by McTimmington III. Sofa Surfer, suggested by AspectX. I don't know how I'm supposed to say that, but that's close enough. I don't know if I'll ever actually use that mod. It makes your couches beds, and I don't know if I need that or not, but whatever. It was a simple mod. It's easy to install. Next is Ellen the Cartographer, suggested by Lawrence Gillespie. Wow, I'm butchering your guys' names. I apologize for that. Let's see. Then I installed Def Inventory. A bunch of you have suggested it, but most of you had done it. It was suggested in like a pile of mods, and so I had been avoiding it, but I realized I want to spend less time managing my inventory, and that mod will definitely help, so I finally did that. Same with Valdecil's item sorting. That one was suggested first by Daniel Pitts. And then I installed Cross Pre-War Cybernetics, which we're actually probably going to use right away because somebody had the really good idea. It was suggested by a semiotic ghost to use that as a way to fix our raiders that end up having missing limbs and stuff due to attacks. And oh, I forgot, I executed our guy, or actually did. I don't remember what happened last week. We gotta check. I remember there being a guy with a missing arm, but I think I might have reloaded that save because it caused all my raiders to turn on me. Now in the 4.03 patch. Oh, sorry, Jammer. Hold on. I'm busy talking to the audience here. So in the last patch, I think. In the last vid, I think I re-rolled back after my guy was losing an arm, but we're going to use Cross Pre-War Cybernetics to try and give cybernetic limbs to our guys who lose them in combat, so that's going to be our goal. And Luminox suggested Flake and Oil Retexture Project, which is the first ever texture mod that I'm using in Fallout 4. So he lured me in with the description that it's very vanilla friendly, and after looking over them, I agree, so we're going to give this a go. I'm using the 4K texture, so we'll see if it melts my system performance, and if that happens, I guess we'll go to all those performance enhancing mods you guys suggested. All right, so with all that out of the way, let's get to the fun stuff. Let's see what Jammer has to say, because with the 4.03 patch of Conqueror, we added some new quest content. So hopefully I'll get to see some of you guys will get to see some of that today.
Cocky gunner pricks thinking they could take us? Ha! Whatever. Fuck them.
Man, I wonder if we should be bleeping out old Jammer boy here. He's got a potty mouth.
My advice? We keep doing what we're doing. Recruit.
Oh, don't you worry, buddy. I got tons of stuff to help you recruit. I've been stockpiling cigarettes and booze. All right. Unlock Raider Farms. Oh, are you kidding me? I was certain I fixed the sound file that's supposed to go off when the unlocks of the 4.03 patch. Clearly I didn't, or it would have just went off. We'll keep trying. We'll get it eventually. It has to do with the way the sound files are compressed in the archive files. We'll get it eventually, and then one day you guys will play through, get those unlocks, and hear that fun sound. We used a really cool sound that Bethesda put in the game files that's just very ominous and sounds like it just matches that perfectly. Anyway, I digress. Okay, so I think we have to do a little more before we start unlocking more of the quest content. So the quest content in Conqueror is all gated by the number of settlements you control. But before we do that, before we start attacking more, We're going to get some more recruits up in here. So a couple things we got to do to get recruits going. First up, we got to give Jammer loads of stuff. So we're going to give him all this booze and alcohol and extra chems. He does not get my jet, though. That is my jet forever. But let's see here. What can we give him? We can give him all these beers. Those will help. Let's see. I'm not going to be using... I hated jet fuel. That was no fun. Didn't slow down time. What good is it? I guess we'll give him all this and this. We're going to give him just tons of stuff. Didn't like Psycho. Just a jet man. I'm a jet man at heart. That's how it is. And then he'll take booze. And he will also, as of the 4.02 patch, he will take cigarettes. I think I packed a bunch of cigarettes with me. Or did I accidentally stick them in the workbench instead of in my inventory? I don't remember. I did a lot of inventory management off camera, so you guys didn't have to suffer through it. And now, let's see, here they are, cigarette cartons and packs of cigarettes. Here we go, buddy. So you take all that, and he'll use that to recruit more. Now, there's another requirement for recruitment in outposts, and that's that you got to have beds. So we're going to use the city plan here. So this is something you might not know. You can actually use... you can use the city plans even in the outposts after the fact. So we're going to go ahead and... Oh, we need screws again, which I left back at Sanctuary. So we'll do a little creative editing here. It's time for Add-on Pack of the Week. This week's add-on is Blood Moon Raiders by Uwit. This thing is chock full of content, and I can't recommend it enough. We're going to be using it a lot during this Raider playthrough, and this was created long before Conqueror even existed. In fact, screenshots of it in early development are what inspired Conqueror to go the Raider direction it did. So thank you to Uwit for that. You guys should definitely check out this mod. It is over the top in true Uwit fashion, which is absolutely perfect for those Raider settlements. All right, so let's get Jammer set up as our leader. But first, I'm going to select the city plan. If you do it after you assign the leader, or if you just let it, or if you assign a leader first, rather, it'll just automatically pick one. And I have some of the complex city plans installed, which if you want those, they're an optional file on the Sim Settlements page download. And they're basically just like more advanced versions of the designs. If you've played Rise of the Commonwealth since it came out, those were the ones that were originally in it. And then at some point during development, we chopped them down and made versions that are a little less system melty, but I think my system can handle. So we're gonna try the high ends. And worst case scenario, we brick a save, and that's part of the fun. So we're gonna get this thing installed. This was Outpost Zamonja, is a really, really amazing design done by the whole Rise of the Commonwealth team. I think just about everybody had a hand in it. All sorts of people were involved in getting this thing put together. So. We're going to choose that. All right, so we've got our city plan up at the foundation level. I did a few tweaks to it. So let's see. First, I added the War Planner's desk, and I wanted it in this particular location because I'm fairly certain at the higher levels of the city plan it won't get covered up. And it's kind of appropriate, I think, that Jammer's standing on the corpse of Boomer there since we took this from him. And I replaced the original city planner's desk with the Raider version, designed by one Mr. Captain Coots. This is included with Conqueror, and it's got all the same features, but just a nice little Raider flair to it, all busted up, and everything still works as you'd expect, so you can still do all the same stuff with it. But yeah, those are the changes I made. Now, likely what's going to happen is once it upgrades, well, I know for certain that it's not going to continue to use the same city planner's desk that I put there. It will use whatever one was in the plan, which is going to be the original one. So we'll have to keep making that swap each time this levels up, but that's okay. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I also I didn't bring any ASAM sensors with me, and I didn't feel like leaving again, so I just planted a few vanilla beds under here. Likely this is all going to get covered up when this city upgrades a level, so we'll have to move things around, but again, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So we've got everybody else though has got a home, and their jobs are getting set up now. And so since we have, the way the Raider recruitment works is it's based on the number of beds you have. So I've got 13 beds for 10 people, which means we can get up to 3 new recruits right now without having to make any additional changes. Ran out of cloth as well, so 3 beds is fine. Presumably we better not run through our 9 attackers during our next assault, but if we do, again, we'll deal with that. That's part of the fun of this, and you guys know I'm probably going to die anyway, though I am going to save now that we have the city plan done. So what are we going to do? We're going to set up, we'll set up another outpost. Because the nice thing about more outposts is it makes it easier to recruit more guys because you don't have to have so many beds all crammed to one place. So having more outposts is good. And I think we're going to go try our luck at taking on Starlight Drive-in. And that'll give us a chance to use that little tool and tell you guys who designed that city plan as well. It's time for the mod of the week. This week's mod is one I keep running into random things and I just never realize which mod they're from, and I finally went and inspected to check it out to make sure that I was given props where they were due, and it's Beantown Interiors Project. This mod adds so much, it's hard to keep track of what's what, so there are just so many locations this mod fleshes out and just gives you more stuff to explore. And on top of that, it adds multiple little collection quests. I started finding these little toys and had to look up where they were coming from. Turns out they were from Beantown Interiors. They're these little toy models you can collect, and then you can build them in workshop mode to put them on display. Absolutely love this extra discovery element, just little places to search. And now that I know there's all of these collections of toys, I'm going to be searching and wasting even more of Rick's time as I scour through buildings instead of making entertaining content. Highly recommend Beantown Interiors Project. All right, let's hope this assault goes better than my wonderful gunner defense. All right, let me go scout over and see what's going on over here first before I let you all bum rush in. Whoa, what's going on there? Well, looks like, are they fighting amongst themselves? Do we got a little bug here? Or are they, is this more chicken attack? This might be more chicken fighting. Okay, I think we got a hell of a battle coming up here. Let's see, let's make sure we've got everything ready to go. Well, let's kick this off then. Assaulting in the rain. This will be exciting. Ooh, I better get in there and take out these turrets. Nope. Civilian. Whoa! Instagib. That was like some Quake stuff right there. Alright, you guys know what needs to happen. There we go. Yes! Jet has worn off. The saddest 3 words in Fallout. Look at all these turrets. Somebody got spammy. Ooh, I'm one-shotting them. That's fun. Oh, not that one, though. Oh, and I also got to keep in mind that my raiders can't all die. Hey, guys. Whoa. I'm going to go hide in this. Ah! Not a good place to hide. Let's get back in here. Alright, where are we at? Where are we at? Whoa. Whoa. Okay, we're getting a little spammy with our stim packs there. Hey, guys. Oh, direct hit to the dome. Hey, bud. Whoa. Oh, Big Jim's coming out. He needs to get one good kill in. Whoa. Whoa. Hey, bud. Oh, yeah. We definitely need a bigger weapon for this. Whoa. We need somewhere better with better cover. Alright, now we need to get in there before our boys get taken out. Jet time. Oh, I'm addicted to jet. You're damn right I am. Pop more jet. We're already addicted. Screw it. Oh, look at this cluster. Ah, hack them all down.
Brutality.
No idea how my raider boys are doing. Hopefully better than me. Oh, I just missed with like every shot there. Let's try that again. That'll do. Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh, all that. Oh, brutal. Oh, Mr. Purple Gun. Oh, did I just get killed? Killed and stuck in an animation? Whoa, big old pile of guys. Sorry, dog meat. Sorry. Oh, why didn't that slice his head off? Come on. It's time. No! No! Oh! All the stim packs. We're gonna need to go find a chemist to sell us some more here. Off with the legs. Why aren't these limbs coming off? Come on. I want to see a leg and a head go off with that attack. Ooh. Oh, I got you, buddy. I can't afford the stim packs, but we'll make it work. All right, I hear somebody still shooting. There's still a bunch of people around here. Oh, I bet they're all trapped in here. Let's take a peek. Hi. Wait, what am I doing? You guys are all trapped in there. Enjoy. Making a hot box. Anybody else in there? Where are all our raiders at? Oh, I think there's some people trapped over here. Oh, we finally got the kill all defenders. Okay. Whoa, hey. Is everybody dead yet? Yes. All right, I have no idea how many guys. Let's see how many guys survived it. One guy survived. One raider made it. That's all it takes. You just need one. Oh, and now we can check, now that we own this, we can check who made the city plan. City manager. Holotape. We need a jingle for that. Let's see here. All right, our Starlight Drive-in build is the Starlight Kiln by P. Benjamin. Awesome. Nice work, P. Benjamin. I almost died running into your kiln there at one point. Although I bet there's no actual fire damage. I didn't even think of that. Just automatically, as soon as I try to run in here, it's like, nope, can't run in there. That's going to be death. All right, let's... Yeah, okay, cool. So we've got 11 slots left here because there were all these residential plots. So plenty of places for Jammer to recruit. Perfect. Oh, we got a one-armed raider. Hey, bud. Thanks for your service. We're going to get you set up with a cybernetic arm in a little bit here. I want to make sure we get enough resources for it. But so I got bad news for you, buddy. See, we have to make this decision of do we get the armorer perk and give you an arm? Or do we get chemist? I'm sorry, buddy. The jury's out, and you are going to be the world's first one-armed miner. Congratulations. Oh, yes. Let the jet commence. So we got old one-armed miner. Let's see. Did the mine finish building? Oh, yeah. There it is. And actually, we're going to go into the mine because there's some treasures in here. So you get to see your first Industrial Revolution secret. You can actually walk into this mine, and I don't think that's a secret now, but there is a second secret in here I'm going to show you guys. So the first secret was that you can actually enter, and there's like people working in here. They're all like hired help, and there's actually this ore you can take everywhere, and you can actually, I'm going to take it all and deposit it right into the stockpile because this is what's used to upgrade the mine or the iron mine. Is you use the ore, so you can just come down here and grab it. And I believe it refreshes every 30 days. It's set up in the same as the vanilla. So we're going to grab, as the vanilla cells, we're going to grab all this everywhere. But what I really want to show you guys is there's a little thing glowing back here.
There we go.
And that unlocks an upgrade for the excavation plot. So if you, once you find that crystal down in an iron mine, you get a third tech tree branch for the upgrades available for the excavation pit, and that's key for a lot of the new content that was added in the June the Great Big R&D patch for Industrial Revolution. All right, so I think we grabbed all the minerals there. We got our little secret.
Supplies are gonna start to run low if we don't.
We got no other options? Don't you have some callers?
Yeah, I got some. Boss has gotta clear it though. Slaves can attract extra attention. The kind of attention we don't really want.
Worth it in my mind.
Yeah, maybe. Have to see what the boss thinks.
So that was a little sequence we added in because I think a lot of you didn't realize you could become a slaver right away, and so we wanted to make sure that everybody got access to those collars because those are a little fun thing we can play with. So maybe we'll do some of that later. But as of the 4.03 patch, you can actually use the collars on any non-unique NPC in the game and turn them into a slave, and it's kind of an experimental feature, but you guys should play around with it. And maybe we will do that. Maybe we'll get into kinggath's slaver territory. Let's see here, but let's see what Jammer has to say. Oh yeah, we get to name our gang. What are we gonna go with here? Beantown Butchers, Bone Thrashers, Boomsticks, Crashers, Deathbringers. I'm always a fan of Deathbringers. I like that one a lot. Bone Thrashers would go nice with my armor, but I'm thinking my armor is going to be dead soon because those shoulder pads are a little much for the old view. So we're going to go with my personal favorite, the Deathbringers. Because we're bringing death. One machete or Big Jim at a time. We have one guy left, our one-armed miner. That's it. That's our entire gang remaining. So can't really do any more attacks, and I've donated boatloads of resources. So I think we're gonna put the raiding on pause, and we're gonna head back to Sanctuary and do some work. And of course, we can never forget endorsement time. So let's give out some props to better locational damage, which I think might be responsible for my character pulling off those sweet animations, though disappointed that I wasn't just removing heads. We might have to have a talk with the mod author there to get that resolved. Let's see, then we go down a little bit here. I haven't got to play with Cross yet because I had to make that tough decision on my perk. We'll get there though. Let's see here. Handmade turrets. We're giving that our endorsement right away. Love the look of those pipe turrets. And of course, we can always count on Ruined World to deliver quality work. Giving that thumbs up there. And then we got to finally play around enough with the service rifle. I am definitely happy to give that my thumbs up. That was a really cool weapon, and I probably didn't show it on camera, but spent a lot of time playing around with modding it, and the mod pool on that thing is ridiculous. So I think those are the ones that I've seen in today's playthrough that really stood out to me. So definitely do not forget to endorse your favorite mods, and even better, leave a comment on the ones that you are absolutely in love with and get those mod authors excited to get out there and make you more content. Whoa, what is that monstrosity? What happened there? That plot definitely upgraded. What do we got here? Garfield's plane. You know, that definitely looks like a Uet. Look at those engines on there. That is ridiculous. So I'm guessing some more of these actually upgraded. Let's take a quick peek here and see if we can figure out what's going on here. Oh, we got some fancy chairs. Oh, did our chemist still hasn't upgraded, so just that one did, because that is a massive upgrade. Let's see here. Did this guy upgrade? It might have. Can't tell. Sometimes it's subtle. Sometimes it's subtle between the levels, and the jumps aren't always as grand as that one. All right, so we've got ourselves some new settlers, so we gotta get some more housing in here. Let's get to work on that. And we're also gonna have to, let's see what else we need to do. We need some more housing. We're gonna need, let's see, our food's in good shape because we had our agricultural plots upgrade. What else we're gonna have to do here? Obviously, we're gonna need some jobs for our new folks. So I think we get to do a little more industrial because I think most of our stuff's in good shape here. I do want to keep pushing our advanced industrial up because I think what I want to do is get a power plant going to make up some of our energy needs. All right, so let's build some residential plots here. So I'm going to continue with my 2x2s. Really a big fan of those, even though they're sprawling and taking up crazy amounts of space. I'm okay with that. Let's see. I guess in that corner is not a great spot. Let's see. Where do we want to put one? Oh man, I don't know if I can keep this thing. This is a little too intense. Oh, and there's something else we're going to do too. Let's move. We're going to scrap, or we'll store you for now. So I finally I can't because I don't have it unlocked. So I was able to get that mod working with the turrets, and I also installed a new mod from Ruined World that he just put out, which is really cool. Handmade turrets. So these ones, you can build without having access to advanced technology. So I got that mod that requires you to get the unlock to make these basic turrets, and I haven't found it yet. So we're gonna scrap these because I don't like these. I think they're a little too high tech for our Lobby settlement. But I do want to I wanted some in here, so we're gonna use these handmade pipe turrets. So let's put those over here. Let's augment our little defenses. There we go. I think, I guess 2 of them will do. We'll just replace the 2 we got rid of. All right, I like those a lot better. Nice and scrappy. Beautiful. All right, now let's build. I don't know if I can keep these jet engine wings. I'm sorry, Uet. Those are a little too intense for my Lobby settlement. All right, so let's start with our first house, and I think we can squeeze one in here. And this should look nice, and kind of continue that idea that we're building a little circle of safety over here. Let's see, we're going to mess around with our. Come on, surface snap. There we go. Let's get that. Whoa, we don't want that either. Object snap. Get that off of there. We'll get this. We'll kind of attach it to this plot a little bit. There we go. And then my foundation should kick in. There we go. Oh, it might be a little. Well, we'll see how that looks, because the plot itself. So the edges of the plot, especially if it's any of the buildings that I did, they will definitely stick within that space, and it'll be fine that there's an overlap. We'll figure it out, though. We'll change the building plan if we need to. Or where can we get somebody else? I really love making these places super crammed, but I also want people to build a path. So, like, I might be able to stick one in that corner, but I'm concerned that it'll be awkward to get them to pass through there. But let's try it. It'll give a nice jammed in there look. Maybe we can get a appropriate hermit house back there in the corner, away from everybody. Let's see here. We're definitely going to give them some stairs. Let's see. We'll go use some vanilla stairs here. Oops. There we go. Okay, now we want object snap back on. Come on, snap, you bugger. How about these? Will you snap? Yeah, you'll snap. All right. So we'll come back and yep, that one works for me. Pathing will be good. I don't think I've seen this one before. I think this might be this isn't the trash trailer from the vanilla Sim Settlements. This is one from an add-on of some sort, because looks like it's got a foundation built into it. So we might change this over to trash trailer, because I actually I don't mind that idea. That actually seems like a good one. We don't have anything like it yet. Let's see, what is this one? Scientist capsule. Okay. So this is one of the ones from that's exclusive to the year one mega pack. So there were a handful of buildings that and his name is escaping me now. BTN. BTN was very active in the Sim Settlements community in the first year, and he built a whole bunch of plots and never released them. He sent them to me and said I could do what I wanted with them, and we got them into the year one mega pack. So yeah, I think I'll keep that. I want to see some of that stuff, because I actually I haven't played with any of his. I got them all working in the mega pack, and then I haven't played with them in one of my own saves though yet. So we'll go ahead and leave that. I don't mind the little funky foundation, whatever it adds to our crazy look. Still, you and your your crazy plots, they're so over the top. We love you though, man. Let's see, Pete's house. Okay, this is a Blood Moon Raider. So I just installed Blood Moon Raiders with the intent of changing out a lot of the plans in our Zimonja settlement as we go. But that is not appropriate for our little house here. So, or for our settlement here. So we're going to go ahead and just choose one. Let's see here. And wow, the list is getting big. It's getting tough to choose now. So I'm going to just go with one of the ones we don't have from the original Sim Settlements here. Let's see. Actually, we'll do some more of these year ones, since we were just talking about some of those. Let's see here. Let's do generic house. Simple house, nothing special about it. 2-story, tall, mostly wood. That sounds beautiful. Whoa! Is that it? Already? No, that was probably the house from Blood Moon Raiders, because that one went over the edges, and that is the Uit special. He likes to paint outside of the lines. Let's see here. Perfect. All right, we'll see if the pathing lines up for our little stairway. But for now, while we wait for that to build, we can wire those two up, and then we're going to go figure out what we want to do for jobs for these folks. So let's get you in the grid, and you as well. Let's see. There we go. And let's go check out our situation over here. All right, so I know we want to get a power plant, and the easiest one to get is there's one in the wood tree that just requires just straight upgrades, doesn't have any requirements. So that's going to be our target for our first source of power. So we don't have to do anything for that. But we do want to get excavation pits going because we need tons of those to unlock a lot of the content, because there was a lot added in a patch in June of last year. And that's where we're going to get to the really fun stuff. And we're going to need some pits for that. So let's find a good spot where we can start digging up the ground. And I know we don't actually dig it up, but we want our settlement to look cool. So how about we go back here? Let's see. Can we get rid of this tree? Yeah, we'll cover up some of this stuff here, and we'll put a little foundation on there. We'll be good to go. So how close can we get to the ground over here? Build ourselves an excavation pit. We'll say lift up. Beautiful. And we'll stick a terraformer under there. So the terraformers, pardon me, I have a terrible chest cold today. So the terraformers were actually originally only available as something you could build if you got the materials from these excavation plots, but they've since been added as a foundation option in this selection, so you can get access to them without having these special materials. So I think dirt will make the most sense here, so we'll confirm that. There we go. Whew. All right, don't mind me sneezing. Okay, so let's see. Let's make sure that selected the right one. I don't remember what that looks like. Oh, I didn't actually select it. What am I doing? We got an iron mine. We don't need an iron mine. We've got our one-armed miner in Starlight. He's going to take care of our mining needs for now. We actually might have to build an iron mine here. So the way the tech tree unlocks work is you have to unlock a building in a settlement, and then you can build that same version in another settlement. But if any of them require unlocks from within that tree, it's very confusing. Let me think of another way to word this. So basically, once you build a particular building at any point in the tree, you then unlock that building to be built at anywhere else. But if within that settlement, so for example, let's say I want to get a particular building in the iron tree, and it requires, or I'm sorry, if I want to get something in Sanctuary that requires a building from the iron tree, that building I would have to make sure that I have that building unlocked, and it might be easier to just have it in Sanctuary already. So I may end up adding an iron mine here as well. But we'll see. First, we're still early in the game. We got lots of playthrough left to do. No rush. All right, so we've got our first one going over there. So we're going to have an excavation pit going. And maybe we'll build two, since we know we need a lot of them. But let's see, what else? What were the other options? So we've got, let's see. So we've got wood, water, junk, excavation. We've got iron in the other place. So what's the last one we're missing? We're missing an oil well. Let's get one of those going. Then we'll have the full collection of the basic or advanced industrial plots going. So we'll build an oil thing right over here. Why not? It doesn't actually make sense anywhere. I'm okay with a little bit of a little immersion bust in here for the sake of fun gameplay. And we'll put that guy on a terraformer as well. I like the terraformers over here. Keep this back alley area looking like it's all earthy. Although, actually, you know what? I remember that the the oil well actually has a concrete foundation built into it, so we might as well just leave that there. Nope, we don't need a slave pen. Let's see here. Choose building plan. Oh, I built regular industrial. I was wondering why slave pen came up. My bad. Oh, well, we can take advantage of another little feature here that I haven't used much myself, and that's the change plot type. So you can actually convert one plot to another, and it will just leave or it will just swap it out there, and it will change over the assignment and everything. So we'll wait for our advanced industrial to appear and that old one to disappear. There it is. And we should get an ASAM sensor in a second here. So yeah, you can swap out any plot types. That was added especially for city plans to make it easier so that you guys could customize those city plans specifically. So I know one of the common things we get requested is, can we add certain plot types in each settlement? And rather than having to redesign all of the city plans and try to accommodate every possible combination of needs people want, we thought it made more sense to just be able to swap those out. So you don't have to just use it in city plans. Obviously, you can use it like I just did and swap them out anywhere. Although this guy does not seem to be showing his ASAM sensor. So here's where the immersion breaker is going to come in handy. So we're going to go make one of those. Refresh plot. There we go. So that's why the immersion breaker exists. Occasionally, something can go wrong with all the scripts running, and a plot can just fail to spawn the sensor. So that will get past that issue. All right, so let's do an oil well here. And then we've collected the whole set, at least of the level 1. So the pool is quite deep. Of the I think it's 45, and that doesn't include the ones that Ruined World added. So there's a lot. There's a lot of stuff for us to unlock here. Okay, so this says we have enough jobs. We'll just make sure that oil well assigned. Oh, and we're gonna need some power on these guys. So let's see if longer power lines is gonna be helping us out here. How about we go to this one? There we go. And then can we get you over here? Beautiful. All right, let's get that oil well going. I love the oil well model. That was one took us quite a while to get that thing working because we don't have an animator on the team. So it's largely just myself or Ethrion just kind of dicking around until we get something that sort of works. And the mechanics of an oil well, of like the movement of it, are very complicated, it turns out. So it took us quite a while to get something that worked. Let's see here. Where is our unassigned settler? Well, you know what? We've got tools for this. Let's use them. All right. Unless, of course, there's always the chance that I built too many, like I built another work plot somewhere, and it actually assigned to another settler, or the settler assigned to that other plot instead of the one we want. But let's go ahead and pop on ASAM Vision. So we'll go into Tools. Let's see, we're on Find Unpowered. Let's switch to Find Unemployed. And see if we can find our guy. We might just pop a town meeting to make this a little easier as well. Use all our tools. But let's go check if it built. Nope. All right, well, let's just summon everybody over to us here. Town meeting. Gather around, everybody. All right. Oh, I had the enslave option. I wonder if... Oh, I don't... So if you get the enslave option, that can show up once you have the slaver perk, even if you don't have any collars, and it'll just give you a message telling you that, hey, there's our person. It'll give you a message telling you that you don't have any collars remaining. So that's why that enslave option came up. All right, let's get that oil well going, and let's see here. You guys go back to work. Well, they will in a moment. Resources assigned. Cool. All right, so we got something that's unpowered though. So the one thing to know about the HUD framework little module on the left there is it only works. Sim Settlements only uses it to determine if plots are powered. So if it shows something unpowered, it's 100% going to be a plot all the time. So we got to just figure out which of our plots isn't wired, and I guess we can pop back in and make use of our. I don't know if it might be because we're just short on juice, or it could be that I failed to wire something. I'm uncertain which. Uh-oh. Okay, so this is a little bug with Workshop Plus, and I have an idea of how to solve it, but I haven't figured it out. If you ever run into this where you try and access your Pip-Boy and you just can't access the Pip-Boy, the solution on Xbox, unfortunately, is to just load your save back again, but that's why Workshop Plus is in work in progress still on Xbox, because there's still some quirks that are hard to deal with. But on PC, you can just COC to anywhere, to any cell, and it'll restore your animation back to normal so that you can get access to your Pip-Boy again and get unstuck. Helpful hints. There you go. Ta-da! Okay, so now we need to go back into Tools, ASAM Vision. Let's turn that back to Find Unpowered. And let's look around for... missing power added. All right. And then because the missing power one is not affected by me going into workshop mode, I can fly up in the air and see if I can find which one of our plots. And if I can't see one flashing immediately, it's going to end up being one of the interior plots. So I just got to poke my head in one of those buildings and try to figure out which. But I'm going to check if it's this one real quick. Nope. All right. So it's probably one of our interiors. So let's head over there. So there's an interior in here. Let's see. Are you powered? Yep. So maybe one of the residentials over here. You're good. Here we go. Found our guy. And maybe it's because of this. Let's play around with our surface snap. That's good. Okay. Okay, so I think we might just be out of juice because this thing should all be wired up. You're wired. Yeah, I think we're just pushing the limits on how much power we need. All right, let's see here. Head over to our power options. Another medium generator in there. Building up quite the stack back here. All right, well, let's go check her out. Oh, don't need to. The HUD updated. Cool. So we found them all. All right, let's see if our oil well built. We might need to refresh that plot. Obviously, it had a little bit of a hiccup there with the sensor not showing up, so that might have been some little quirk in the plot swap. And if any of you knows of such a bug, definitely report it. And if it's already reported, apologies, report it again. I'm constantly at war with the bug report section about finding the ones that are actual legit bug reports and which ones are just mod conflicts and things like that. All right, we got it working. So it turned out the plot had gotten locked up when I did the swap, which I've now added that to my personal bug report list to see if that's a common issue or just a fluke that happened in this particular save. But yeah, this is our oil well. So it's not as high poly as I would like, but the animation is just too cool to have in on your plots. Like, I love that we were able to get that working. So, and man, the getting that sound effect, that was a challenge. So mad props to Dell, our sound guy, for coming up with something that syncs up pretty darn well. Okay, so we've got that going, and while I was dinking around off camera trying to get the oil well fixed, I thought of something we should go check, and that's that there's a good chance that our first couple of advanced industrial plots, especially this one, because I had tons of resources to donate, are ready to upgrade. And it is. So let's get this lumber mill upgraded. So we want to get power, so we're going to need to go down the coal path. So the way this works with these is when you upgrade them, essentially you take the base resource and you convert it into a secondary resource, and then so you'll have two different options, and you might only have one option. And if you do find that, if you ever find that there's only one option there, it means that the other one is locked behind some sort of tech tree requirement. So we're going to go ahead and build ourselves a coal pit, and we'll get on the way toward getting a power plant. So let's let that start going. And then let's go check some of our other two over here and see if they've got enough. I think we might need, I don't know if we had enough dirty water yet to get this guy eligible to upgrade, but we can check. Manage upgrades, no. So let's access our stockpile. Okay, we got 19. Do we have any more on us? I got to remember to loot dirty water. I always forget about that. We'll go check the workbench in a minute. Let's see how this guy's doing. I think I had plenty of resources for this one. Okay, no, just probably not enough time. Whoops, no, we don't want to change the building plan. Get out of here. All right, let's go check the workshop real quick and see if we got any dirty water we can donate. Because I think enough time has now passed. It looks like since the water plot, I think that was the first one we built, so it should be further along than the okay, just purified water available. It should be further along than our lumber yard, which I believe was our second plot, but I might have that backwards. It might be that lumber was our first and the water was our second. But either way, got to keep an eye out for dirty water to get that one going. All right, so this thing's going to build up a nice pile of wood and then bury it and set it on fire. So this used to be, and I doubt this is still used today in most countries. Maybe it still is, but this method was a way to make charcoal where you would bury wood and kind of start it on fire inside of a dirt pit. And I'm probably getting it imperfect. I'm sure somebody out there knows a better way to explain the way it works. But as far as I know, essentially what they do is they kind of smoke out the wood in there, and it burns in such a way that it creates charcoal. And so that's what we kind of tried to do with this. I use a lot of inspiration of like old world tech, like old world from us, not old world from like pre-war and Fallout 4. But when I'm designing the plot buildings, I try and imagine if they were trying to kind of reinvent the wheel, essentially using junk and whatnot is kind of how I designed the building. So I look to a lot of older technologies to decide how they would do stuff in Fallout for the Industrial Revolution stuff. Okay, cool. So we've got everybody jobbed up again. Our needs are all met. Happiness is on the rise, which I'm actually shocked by because, okay, look, it looks like it's Looks like it's stable now, so a flat 75, but that's good. We do want to get it up to about 80, though. That will make us eligible for our upgrades. So we're going to need, probably the next person's going to have to work recreational. And the reason the happiness has probably stopped going up, even though we've got all of our needs met, because 80 is the default. Like 80 is kind of the baseline. So when you get happiness, or when you have all the needs met, happiness should settle around 80. But one of the things with advanced industrial is they all trigger, well, not all of them, but most of them trigger some sort of happiness penalty. So that's kind of one of the balancing features. They require a lot more power, and they tend to have a happiness penalty. And so that's kind of the balancing there. You got to counteract it by building recreational plots. So we'll need to get one of those with our next settler, and hopefully we'll find one out in the world. But otherwise, yeah, we're getting a nice little scrappy settlement here. I am gonna change this guy out. I want to build kind of a scrappy, super lore friendly. And I don't. This isn't lore unfriendly, the wings necessarily, but maybe at Nordhagen, like next to the airport, I would use a building plan like this. So let's whoops, got to put away our immersion breaker because while that's equipped, it takes away our options on the plot. Pardon me. You hear I'm losing my voice because the old chest cold's got me down this week. All right, let's see here. Whoa, who just attacked me? Oh, I got attacked by a rogue tire. That's interesting. All right. It's probably because I pulled out my weapon. It scared him. The tire bit me. Yeah, well, okay with resetting a plot. Let's see here. What do we want to use? We'll keep using those year ones. Let's play around with some of those. Let's see here. Scientist capsule, rusty machine. Let's see. I think these two are kind of fantastic. Like they look more like fantasy homes as opposed to what I'm going for. So I don't think I want to use those. Let's see here. We've already got a boxcar. Okay, maybe we won't use one of those. We'll use. Let's get the big giant guy over here, Max Shack, and we'll give it a paint job too. What else that builds? What is this one? Can we give this guy a paint job? Oh, I don't want to risk it because we know this is our VIP. Where are we at? Yeah, we're still at level 1. So level 2, I think the drugs change in some way. All right, look at plaque. We've got our max chat going. So let's yellow paint job. Cool. We got a paint job on there. All right. So now we'll be back to fully scrappy over here. Oh, we were going to check out what this guy looks like. Let's see. Oh, yeah, properly scrappy. We're in good shape here. Fits in beautifully over there, over in that back corner. Okay, so now we just need one more to build up there. I know we had some upgrades earlier when, and I couldn't see where they were, which means they were one of these interior plots. So I don't know if it's you. We can check that, though. Look at the plaque. Level 2. Yeah, cool. I like this one. Was so good looking level 1. I don't know if he's going to be able to come up with a suitable level 3 to impress me now, because that level 1 was really sweet looking. So what about this guy? Is this little guy at level 2 too? 2-2. It is. Oh, I think before it was just 2 pieces of furniture. He added a third one there. Nice and compact. This guy's really slumming it up compared to his buddy over here. Like just not doing so well in life compared to this guy over here. He's got like a working boiler in his house. All right. Hey, there we go. We got our yellow paint job. Guy found a can of paint, went to town. Even got his floors. He just can't stop him. All right. So I think we're in good shape here. I'm liking the way our little sanctuary build is coming. We've got our first upgrade for advanced industrial. Things are looking good for sanctuary here.